Nice. This is promising. Hello everybody and welcome to Horsethief Canyon. Obviously by the looks of it, this formation is a whole lot different from Dinosaur Provincial Park where we just left. It really reminds you of Montana and the Hell Creek Formation. It's got all the different types of striations in the rock, so overall it looks really beautiful. But without wasting any more time, we came for fossils and hopefully we can find some decent things. So let's get going. In my opinion, this place is 10 times better than Dinosaur Provincial Park. It just looks better, it feels better, you have more freedom, something that Dinosaur Provincial Park does not grant you. Well, at least for the public. Paleontologists, they can go wherever.
Some mosquitoes. I'll be a little faster.
You gotta check that little there or over here?
I'm checking there. I just want the umbrella. Okay, so we've walked pretty much away from the main trail because if you're gonna follow trails, chances are you're not gonna find any fossils. But we made it to this little open area. It looks really beautiful. Again, like I said, like this scenery is so much better than Dinosaur Provincial Park. There's some Nice? Nice. There's some Nice. There's a Nice around here somewhere. There's some nice scree piles behind me, so I'm gonna go check some of that out, see if we can find anything while prospecting, and if we do, obviously, I'll let you guys know. So let's start. Alright, just finished my first little prospect there just to see if there's any evidence of fossil fragments, and luckily I did find some pieces of fossil fragments. Nothing really special, pretty small in size. However, it is indication that I can find things here, which is a good sign. You can obviously tell with all the little porous insides that it is a fossil fragment. So, good signs. Okay, so watch out for cacti. Whoop, don't die. Okay, so apparently he just said that he found a good sized chunk of fossil. So let's see if he's right.
I'm hesitant to call you, but I figured you deserved to see it before I take a closer look.
In it. Oh,
It's all around there.
that is a pretty good find. Anything to say?
I don't know. We'll have to see. Looks like it comes all down through here and around here and up. It's a good sized piece. There's a few fragments surrounding it that are probably part and parcel.
And there he goes, off on another adventure to find a bone. Alright, there's a little bit of shade right now, and honestly, that's pretty good given the fact that not only does it look like Montana, but it also feels like Montana. It's pretty hot. I'm gonna sit down the camera right here, and I'm gonna prospect this little area behind me. Let's hope we find something good. Right here, it's really tiny, but that little dot right there, that's a piece of a tooth. Not too sure from what. It is very incomplete and honestly cannot really identify it at this moment. However, here along this little area, this little crevice, I found quite a few good things. It all started from, where is it? Started from that little chunk right there. Then I started to make my way up and was just following it. And then all of a sudden, I saw that piece right there in the middle. And then I look to the left and I see none other than that. It's a pretty decent sized fossil right there. I'm gonna keep making my way up this, see if there's any other fossil chunks. And yeah, this little spot right here seems to be going pretty good for me. Okay, so I've been, like I said, tracking my way up here, seeing if there is anything. And I will obviously show you guys all the little snippets of pieces that I found along this little trench here. Found lots of good things, decent sized chunks of bones, not as decent as the first one I found, but you can still obviously see the porous inside of certain parts. They're more either bulbous with a little bit of the outer layer of bone on the outside that's nice and smooth, if that makes sense. Although I was making my way up here, and then all of a sudden I turned around to check on the camera, and I see this nice little piece of bone sticking out, and obviously there's the porcelain side, and I will obviously show you a close-up, but to me it looks like a vertebrae. Spider-Man, Spider-Man does...
Stretch it out.
Yeah. I'm really happy that I was started from there and made my way all the way up here, because if I didn't, I just kept walking, I would have never found this. So it's a good find.
Is that another piece?
Follow the deer tracks.
Follow the deer track.
Yes. It's a really cool piece. There's a nice little indent.
Nice little bit of fossil right there.
We're gonna keep moving on. Keep this little area in mind. So yeah. Okay, so I think this little area in itself is pretty good, given the fact that we managed to find some sort of theropod vertebrae. That is what we believe it to be. Definitely this is going to be a place that we're going to probably go to the future, but again, there's so much more to explore. We just got to look for the same little layers of sandstone to mudstone. So saying that, we're probably going to head back towards the Jeep, but obviously all along the way, we're going to be prospecting here and there. But yeah, amazing find. And just like how we got down, we have to climb all the way back up.
It's a good time.
It's quite the...
That's a long way. Straight up.
I was saying earlier that Montana climbing that little hill was for fun. This is a priority to get down into the Badlands. Yeah. And it's no joke.
That was a lot.
Okay, you good?
What do you want?
What do you mean?
Oh, you got both of us on there.
Yeah. Okay, so obviously just hike. Or no, I need to stop saying obviously.
Yeah, obviously, it's pretty obvious.
Obviously. We just finished hiking back up the massive mountain to get back to the parking lot. Overall, day one in Horsethief Canyon.
Top notch.
Pretty good, pretty good. Obviously, just to do a quick...
Let's start with just to do.
Obviously. Just a quick little recap. We found that... Just a quick little recap. We found multiple things. A little bit of teeth. That one little obvious fossil tooth. That...
Wow.
It's like it's just going down.
Got a real thing for obviousness. Obviously, we're out fossil hunting. Obviously, we expect to find things. Obviously, we did find things.
Pretty much sums it up.
Wow.
Been out in the sun.
Obviously, can't talk.
just a quick little recap. We did find that nice little T-shaped fossil. That was our first big discovery. After that, when we went over that little ridge, we then found the theropod carnivore vertebrae, as well as those little other fragments that were trickling down that little trench area. And we didn't really find any teeth. We did find that one little tiny chipped fragment of a tooth. However, I couldn't really identify it. The best I could guess is hadrosaur, but that's reaching. Overall, though, really good day. Definitely going to be revisiting some of the spots we came to today. So, yeah, let's hit the road. Okay, so we've just been filling up on some water at a gas station here because we're going to be camping on the parking lot that we actually got to go down to Horsethief Canyon. So, yeah, it's good. Alright guys, well we just finished setting up camp here up on top of the parking lot at Horsethief Canyon. If we make a mistake in identifying a fossil, for example that T-bone shaped fossil that we found near the beginning there, if you guys know what that is and can identify it for us, by all means please let us know in the comments because that would help us out a ton. Until next time, I'll see you guys in the morning. Alright, so we just finished climbing down the Mountain of Death. For today's game plan, instead of going to where we were yesterday, we're gonna go down this same little valley here and then turn right to see if that has anything to offer. How are you doing?
Good. It's fossil time, baby. Big finds yesterday, bigger finds today.
Okay, so I don't know where he went. I've just been walking here and then suddenly something caught my eye. Just little bits and pieces of fossil fragments, if I can find one to show you guys. One right there. There was another one somewhere. Right there. Then there's more. There's more. Right there. So I think I'm just gonna keep making my way up here and see if it eventually leads to something. So, yeah. It's from somewhere.
When you get to here, this run up, you'll see there's a bunch of white specks.
Okay, so I followed up that little hill. Didn't really amount to much. There were quite a few little good fossil fragments there. Obviously, I'll show you guys. Let's go check out what he got. Oh. This is very, very dangerous. Well, as much as climbing this has been fun, we gotta go find the fossils. Yeah, I think there's a whole bunch of stuff here. Is that? Go away. Is that something? Because it looks like. Go away. I think I'm getting bit by bugs.
Uh-oh.
Might need to pull out the bug spray. No. Okay, so we were just walking along, and sure enough, we're looking in this little what used to be riverbed, and first we found this one right here. It's a pretty nice looking chunk of fossil, definitely deep in the ground, probably more under it if we were able to dig it up. And then I found this nice chunk, which is much more exposed than the first one we found. So they're definitely not just fragments, they're pretty decent sized chunks of bone. So we're just gonna prospect around here now, see if we can find anything else. And yeah, good finds, good finds.
Not people, just in general.
Oh. I was like, what people are you seeing? All right, we finished lunch and we are on the move again. Sticky? I feel like we should go over there and then start prospecting. Hey everybody, editing Leland here. Ignore the fact that I look dead tired right now. I promised myself that I wasn't going to do an intermission like this because I did that last season and it was haha funny. Although I'm doing it this time, not in jokes or anything, but because of a issue that I sometimes have when I film videos such as these. These are the microphones I use to record my videos, and sometimes they turn off when you don't want them to. And I'm editing a segment right now where I was talking to the camera for like a minute straight, only to realize that my microphone wasn't even on because it turned off while it was inside its charging case. I've been pretty lucky so far with this only occurring when I'm doing traveling shots and like walking around and taking shots of the scenery. But when you're talking to the camera for a minute straight and the audio doesn't capture because your microphone's turned off inside the case and you didn't really check, you kind of go crazy. Anyway, that's my rant for this video. This specific segment is not going to be in the final full movie, the whole hour-long film of season 4, just because it takes up time and space, and you don't want to see me sitting in a chair talking about the technical side of things, like a microphone that shuts off when it's not supposed to. You're here for me to find dinosaur bones. Wow. Well, we made it. I probably mentioned this in season 3, but I'm gonna say it again because it's true. The feeling to find your own fossil out in the wild is pretty exciting. You gotta think, like, for example, the vertebrae we found yesterday and those 2 other bones we found today, like, those have been in the ground and sitting and waiting for 70 plus million years, fossilizing. And we are the first people to ever uncover it. So it's pretty amazing. There are a ton of fossil fragments in this area, Like I've found so many big chunks, small chunks.
Some as big as your head.
I've been finding them in this little trench right here, and then on the other side of me here, I've been finding some scattering up this hillside. Haven't found any teeth, surprisingly. I had a whole lot better finding them in Montana. Either way, though, we're still finding fossils, so that's a win. All right, as I finished up filming that, I found this nice piece. Obviously, you can see all the little porous insides if I licked it. You get sand. But yeah, then you got the nice little bulbous outside there. You got some of the sheath or the outest layer right there, nice and flat and smooth. Either way, like I said, this place right here, this little area, is a very, very good place to prospect. This entire place is amazing for finding fossils. Every single place you look on the floor or on like the scree piles, there's always some sort of fossil fragment or wood. What's the wood called? Petrified wood. This place is definitely a gold mine. We will definitely be coming back here, probably either tomorrow or the next day. We still do want to explore some more, but we do need to head back right now because it's so hot. My phone's almost dead, and we're running out of water, which is, I guess, the biggest thing. So, again, this place is amazing for finding fossils. We do need to find some teeth still. That is on our bucket list, but until then, let's head back to camp.
12 seconds later.
Now we get to go up this again. Oh my God, there's more. Every single time I get to this part, I'm like, I'm up.
No.
Only to realize there's like 5,000 more feet to climb. So close. Oh. Oh. I apologize for the bad audio, but we drove into town. We're just picking up some groceries. We're gonna do some laundry, and yeah, just gonna relax for the rest of the day. All right, so we went to the pool. It was really nice and refreshing, especially after the fact that we spent like 5 hours out in the Badlands in the hot, blazing sun. We just finished setting up camp, staying obviously at the parking lot of where we slept last night. Nothing really to do now. We're having some dinner. Having, I don't know, food. What else is there to add? Yeah, dinner. I'll say it before and I'll say it again. I think it was a really good call to leave Dinosaur Provincial Park and to come here because we are finding so much more here than we ever would at Dinosaur Provincial Park. Like, today was a good day. My main goal tomorrow is to find fossilized dinosaur teeth. So that includes either hadrosaur, ceratopsian, or maybe, you know, if I'm lucky, theropod teeth. Have a good night, guys, and I'll see you tomorrow morning.